Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Victorious Living, Practical Conversations Rooted in Faith. I'm your host, Ryan, and I'm a licensed therapist.
And I'm your co-host, Josh. I'm a blue-collar entrepreneur.
I love it. I love it. So today we're talking about men's mental health awareness because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I really wanted to dedicate this series on just men's mental health because, there are so many men that are carrying a lot of things, whether it's grief, depression, anxiety, trauma, just all types of things. And I felt like it's just really important for us to just really shine that light and really talk about it. So right now, we're going to have some real honest and real conversations about men's mental health awareness. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah. So why do you think that men's mental health is really not talked about as often as it should?
Because women don't care.
Women don't care?
No.
What makes you feel that way?
Okay. So let's not make it so personal, right? Have you seen Father's Day?
I have. Wait, is that a movie?
No.
Oh.
Point proven. No.
Oh, Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mother's Day is kind of coming, right?
Right.
And there's this grandeur. There's flowers everywhere.
Yes.
There's no reservations at your favorite restaurant. So on and so forth.
Yeah.
Father's Day is going to be like a flat soda.
Oh, gosh.
Just keeping it.
So it's like not a lot of effort put into Father's Day. You
Father's
get a tie, a
Father's
wallet.
Day has got to be like hospital food. Just no seasoning, no.
Yeah.
And some hospitals can cook, so shout out to the hospitals that can cook. But
Right.
the example that no,
So it's not treated the same pretty much.
nowhere close.
Why do you think it's like that though?
From times beyond me, women are worshipped. You guys are queens. You guys are bearers of life. I could go on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to men,
Yeah.
especially in today's, so we live in an era today that has shifted tremendously, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm all for women working, women's rights, so I'm not sexist.
Right.
But in the same sense, the dynamic has gone out the window.
Yeah.
And so coming back to the base of it, men's mental health is just overlooked. They don't care.
Yeah. Because you had mentioned earlier, women don't care. And so it's like that piece right there. It's like, okay, why do you feel that women just don't care about men's mental health?
Think about children, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see a little boy, stop crying. You ever see somebody tell a girl?
Yeah. What you crying for? Man up. Boys don't cry.
You ever see somebody tell a woman that?
No, not at all.
And they're both, so in a sense, I can understand it, but you got a lot of guys who emotional.
Yeah.
So that's why you got all these emotional men on the internet.
Yeah. Okay. So my next thing is like growing up, like what messages did you hear about men expressing their emotions?
You better put it out in a bottle. Or you better smoke some.
Go cry in the woods somewhere by
Cry?
yourself. No, don't cry in the woods.
What you crying for? I'm gonna give you something to cry about. What you crying for?
Yeah.
Men don't cry.
Yeah.
In my life, there's a handful of times I cried.
Yeah.
And I can count it. And I won't say that it made me tougher, like I'm tougher than the next guy or some
Right.
chest beating type competition, but crying is just not. In some instances, people think that I'm emotionless because I just,
don't really show it as
I'm a
often.
part of being a man. It affects you, but you know.
Yeah, but then you're kind of like made to feel bad if a man does express how they feel. Like, oh, he's weak or,
I know a bunch of crying emotional men.
Yeah.
Like they need a hug or a daddy or something.
Right.
That's the way I was programmed. But
yeah.
And, if you crying like in church,
yeah,
there's a handful of places a man need to cry at.
Mm-hmm.
You can cry at a funeral. You can cry at a church.
Yeah.
Like I be seeing the brothers cry when they get married. I be wondering if that's real.
Sound like that's joy. That's a good cry. It's a good cry.
I can't say that it isn't joy. I don't know.
So it sounds like it's acceptable places where you can cry. You can cry at church, funerals, weddings, but anything else, that's not acceptable.
It's going to have to be far few in between.
Yeah.
You got some men that just cry to sorry about that. You got some men that just cry to cry.
Yeah.
And if that's part of your characteristic, it's okay, but crying, man.
Yeah. So do you think that society like treats emotional vulnerability in men differently than in women? I think earlier you answered that question like they do.
Hands down.
Yeah. Like women are given more grace, more
Yeah, y'all
compassion,
giving
more understanding.
grace, mercy, ruthlessness. Need I go on?
Okay, so what are some pressures, some visible pressures that men carry that people don't really talk about enough?
The unrealistic expectation that every man makes all this money.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
So, and then to topple on to that, right? The unrealistic goal that it's so much pressure on being a man, right?
Yeah.
And you know the funny part about life? I went through some real traumatic man moments that I live my life wide open. Because, you know, what I go through is who I am. You know, now I have a lot of private parts of my life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Entrepreneurship, y'all, it never stops. It just keeps going.
So, I've had some parts that I've lived out open. And to the extent of other men, it felt good because a lot of men reached out to me and they poured to me. And you know, we private fellas. I would never tell what these men share with me and things like that, you know, because that's man code. And you got a lot of men that don't respect man code. You got a lot of men that ain't men. And this is nothing against my same-sex brothers, so we separate them. But I'm talking about the men that claim to be straight men. That we won't even go into that.
Yeah.
But going back to point, man, the pressures of a man, so people think men don't care, right? When you have children, you know, the kids tend to run to mama or grandma, auntie. Nobody says they're going to grandpa's house. Who said that? I'm going to papa house. I'm going to grandma's house. Well, grandpa the reason that. I mean, you had a few grandmas back in a handful that did their own thing. But grandpa went out there and they not saying they're going to grandpa or grandma's house. They going to grandma's house.
Right. So it's just like you said, there's unrealistic expectations that people place on men.
For real. So they feel like, you know, you got a lot of guys that are in custodial positions, change oil. Those are great men. Right. They may not make what the internet says a man should make. Right. But that doesn't belittle them as a man. They good men. You know, in our area, we have a lot of guys that work in oil and gas and everything else in refineries. You know, that salary doesn't make you a better man than the guy that's bagging groceries. Right?
You
know, so interesting thing, right? I drive school buses. And like, if you ever sat down with a coach, there's some different kind of brothers. Like, you know, so these guys put everything that they got on hold to dedicate their time to somebody else's kids. Plural. That's big. You could be doing whatever you want with your time. And if you really sit down with good coaches, I sat down with some good coaches because we were side by side. I was actually with a high school that's in the community, and we went to state championship in New Orleans, and it was a great time. And I really got to bond with these fellas. And like, just the overseeing that these fellas did to the kids was something money couldn't buy, words couldn't imagine. You know,
so like them pouring into the students pretty much.
That's therapy for them fellas. Well, you know, like, you have whatever going on at home, right? And you know, like, you can raise a kid up, right? And groom them in a way to where they're better, right? That's therapy for men, because men expressing ourselves gets shunned. Get over it.
It sounds like that's not really a safe place to kind of express how you feel.
Especially,
or how men feel.
Especially in Screenshot City.
I'm sure that's overwhelming. That's a lot.
You say men's mental health, right? So they got a big rapper right now, right?
Okay.
I don't know. I know you don't follow that stuff. But his name is Boston Richie, right?
Okay. So I haven't heard of him.
Huh?
I haven't heard of him.
I knew it. But nah. So him and his girlfriend broke up, to make a long story short, and their bedroom expose was like, she exposed him, right? So whatever they agreed to in the bedroom had to been okay because they agreed to it, right? But you break up and you posting receipts or whatever y'all done, like, you know, as men, we tough, but that's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, somebody that you confided in to share whatever you had going.
Yeah.
Like, and in the moment, and I won't say all women, but the moment these new culture women get mad, man, they're exposing everything.
Yeah.
So there's no need for a man to confide in a woman. In the moment you get mad like a boiling pot, you're going to spill over.
Yeah. But like going back to what you said earlier, like just balancing things, you know, if you have a family and you have work and your personal life, or if you have, you know, kids, it's like balancing all these things. And like you said earlier, just the unrealistic expectations of having to be number one or on top, making all the money. And
then just unrealistic criteria for the man that's in front of you.
Yeah.
Right? So I own a business, right? Mm-hmm. And I provide roadside assistance. And you got a lot of men that don't change tires, and a lot of women that call them not men. That's not true. Don't you talk about that man. He's a good customer.
Right.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But now you got some men that just too busy. So a lot of men want to make sure I got job security. Yeah. You know, and so on and so forth. So it's like you got those white collar brothers that work in these jobs and they push pencils and they there's a lot of mental stress. So the physical aspect outside of the gym, they write checks, and that doesn't make them be less of a man. Yeah. You got some tech brothers that are, you know, might wear the old t-shirt and
that's pressure too. I mean, no matter what area of work that you work in, there's still pressure regardless.
But it's a lot of barbaric criteria around being a man. If you don't fit that mold or whatever, woman you're dating or that family you don't fit in that box, then you're ostracized.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm wondering what it looks like whenever men internalize, you know, they keep these thoughts and their feelings to themselves, you know.
That's why they turn into drug addicts.
Yeah.
And alcoholics.
Well, I mean, which reminds me, I call them the unhealthy coping skills, you know, drinking, drugs, sex, work sometimes can also be an unhealthy coping skill. And usually coping skills is when we have a situation we really can't change. And so therefore we cope with it. But sometimes, like I said earlier, people just run to unhealthy coping skills. And really that's just an escape. It's not helping you actually work through, you know, those issues.
Well, Miss Licensed Therapist, I can speak for myself. Right?
Yeah.
I went through a traumatic situation, and the fact that I could work for myself kept me from erratic behavior. It kept me from incarceration. It kept people safe. Yeah. You know, I worked through a vigorous amount of hours. You know, it was days I wouldn't sleep. Mm-hmm. I vividly remember not eating for an entire week.
Wow.
Nobody care.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like, you got a handful of people that'll reach out, but
kind of check in. Yeah.
People don't care. Like, so through that traumatic situation, right? Yeah. I had some very close family members double down in a negative way. And, you know, you speak of mental health. Imagine you trying to cope with something, right? Yeah. And then the very people you shot marbles with and got Band-Aids on your elbows as a kid, double down on the opposite side.
Yeah, kind of put you down, didn't really help or so.
Oh, man, and you know, you got to really be a headstrong individual to hold it all together.
I was just thinking that same thing, yeah.
And so men's mental health, you got to be cautious on who you vent to. Yep. You know, who you vent to is like talking to the feds.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
But that's also used as a distraction skill too. I mean, work can, in your case, it sounds like that was used as a distraction skill to keep your mind off of things, which is also good too, you know.
Well, to burn off, so you got to burn off that frustration and that extra energy. Move your focus, right?
Right.
So one may label it as unhealthy, right? Mm-hmm. But it you got to understand that men aren't afforded the same options as women.
Like the same space, the safe space.
No,
yeah.
Indeed.
We didn't grow up this way, you know.
Well, I mean, it's just in general. There's no way I could afford to sit down and cry for an entire week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might not have ate nothing but Gatorade and some chips, but I had to go to work, right? Yeah. So through everything I had to push through and go to work, you know, and man, nobody gave a dang on.
Right.
Just, you know, I'm not looking for sympathy or nothing, but that right there pivoted me to make sure I checked on men when they was in tough situations.
Yeah. But you said something earlier about push through, and I say this all the time because I hear it so often, because it's not just men, it's also just in the culture itself. But we always want to push through, and I tell people, before you push through, you have to process. Like, you have to sit in it. And I think sometimes some of us, we run from that because it's like, I don't know how to process. I don't know how to sit in this. I don't what are these feelings and emotions?
So each one of us are wired different.
Right.
Had I would have sat through it,
yeah,
I'd be sitting in prison.
Yeah.
So I had to push through it on the go, right? For me, shout out to all the overwhelming people that just seen it in my face and just hugged me. Mm-hmm. That was therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really having a tough time.
Yeah.
And it was vendors, so this is business, right? And they could see the frustration on my face. And I don't want to call a woman out, but it's a woman, right? That every time I see her, she would hug me. And I didn't know I needed that hug, but every time I was looking for it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not I could be a hugger, but like, it just felt different.
It gave you some strength. Like,
but not
thank you.
In like a romantic way or nothing like that, but just like a really like a uplifting, I've been through a lot of things, right? I've been through a car that exploded on me. Been through several vehicle accidents. I went blind,
Wow.
In all those moments when you sit down, right?
Yeah.
And you're alone, and it puts you in a different place.
But it seems like even through the things that you went through, like, God was still with you. And he was present. I know you guys still beefing. Y'all was beefing.
I just got here, bro. We just got here, big dog. Let me tell you, we just got here, man.
Yeah.
It's very challenging. So you don't play video games, right?
No, not really.
Man, I figured that either. It'd be like your whole entire life being on Madden. Hardest level. Let me break it down in the terms you could understand.
Okay.
High heels you wear?
I do.
Kitty, not kitty heels.
Kitty high heels.
No, kitty heels, small heels, right?
Yeah.
So what's like your tallest high heel that you can wear?
I mean, maybe some Jessica Simpsons.
I don't know. Like, I'm talking about like a height, like inches, whatever. Like
maybe 5.
So can you imagine walk around in 5-inch heels every day and you can't take them off for like 10 years?
Wow.
And you gotta still smile and perform.
Like, you put on a mask.
And be nice and not crash out.
But I know that was hard for you. That had to have been hard for you.
Man, at the end of the day, right, you if you're lucky, right, you have good people pour into you, man. And you gotta watch out, man, because I had people in that time reach out to me that were snakes and gossiping. And putting stuff on the internet and talking down and just push me in those people made me madder than the situation. Yeah,
because you had higher expectations. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. But like I said before, all in all, when you think about it, even through the things that you went through, I still believe that God was still present, even though you just made it here. And even though you maybe possibly be beefing with God, y'all, entrepreneurship never stops.
Talk to me.
We're going to keep this rolling.
So look. All right. So which way did he go in, right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to turn the truck around and I want you to grab it from the back, right? And what you're going to do, you're going to turn that wheel all the way to the left because it's got to swing back up. Wait. Which way did it go in? Right? All right. Well, pull from the forward, right, where you at. Drop your bed and you're going to cock the wheels all the way to the left. If you move slow, you'll be fine. So look, that's a newer vehicle. You're going to have to go in through the driver's side, right? Put it in neutral and you're going to have to get out through the passenger side. And you have enough slope where you will not flip. You're going to be fine. You could use the snatch block, but you probably won't need it. All right. If you need anything, call me back. All right. Sorry about that.
So next question. So how does pride, fear, and shame keep men from opening up? What are your thoughts about that?
Oh, it's so much to unpack. So for me, right, and I would never down a man that's trying.
Yeah.
If I ever came after a man, he came for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pick on people because I've seen people at their worst. I've seen people at their best. And then I try to, if you really know me, I try to build everybody up. Because it's hard being a man, right? And then I'm a man that started with nothing, right? Mm-hmm. So I see a lot of men will go down with the ship because of their pride, right? They can't handle it.
They could have said something about it. They could have spoken up about it.
Yeah, but I mean, so a lot of men don't. It's so many variables you go into that, but a lot of men just don't. Maybe it's the way they raised. Maybe they feel like they're better than you, so on and so forth. But I can say that, and it ain't like, let me take that. I think like I'm just as big. Not at all, but reaching out, pouring out, and helping so many men, like helping them get jobs, pointing them in the right directions, guide them through things, because that's what a man's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Men teach. Not saying women don't, but
right. Men
teach, we guide, we groom, so on and so forth, right? And that's just our duty. That's one of the unwritten duties.
Yeah. So, but it's like, what does that look like when you may have a man that didn't grow up that way to express how they felt? They didn't really have that nurturing. They just didn't have that safe space. And then they grow up and then they're parents. And then now, the cycle kind of repeats itself.
So you add God in, right? Because, you just got to.
You don't just sprinkle them on in there.
Sprinkle little Jesus in there.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, your core people. Mm-hmm. Your core people dictate your life.
Yeah.
Because if you wrong and I'm going to tell you what happens, right? Mm-hmm. And I know we're talking about men. I'm going to get off subject to get back on subject.
Okay.
Right? One thing that I've learned through my journey, if you want to know something about a woman, watch her mama.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And it's not to diss anyone's parent by no fault,
Side note. Yeah.
Yeah, because I throw shots. I throw haymakers. But no, like realistically, what happens is, right, you are part of two people. Mm-hmm. That's embedded in you, right?
Yeah.
And something that I picked up myself is that you tend to pick up your parents' worst habits inevitably. Mm-hmm.
Like mannerisms. Mannerisms.
You got to fight those inevitably, right?
Yeah.
They just come.
Right. Right.
With that, right, a lot of young ladies, beautiful, intelligent young ladies, their mothers, and I'm not chopping about his mama by far, but their mothers weren't what they needed, right?
Yeah.
They might became that later on, and they become friends. But what happens is, if your mama your best friend and she didn't figure it out, she can't help you figure it out.
So it's kind of like if mom didn't really support dad in his mental health journey, or let's say she talked down on him, then basically the daughter is going to repeat the same cycle when she gets into a relationship.
That's all you know.
Well, she saw, right, I'm doing what I know and what I've seen.
I scream at daddy. Yeah. Daddy just supposed to give me money, so on and so forth, and this same wonderful woman has a child, right?
Yeah.
And that's what she's looking for. Alongside with, how did mama interact with daddy? Was mama and daddy married? Did mama and daddy get along? Did mama and daddy do this and that,
was she supportive?
Those things were inadvertently taught to you, whether however you want to lay it down. But so you get a lot of women, right, that feed into that, and then they want the idea of this man when they really want this individual. Yeah. And you got men as well, right? So because we talking about men's mental health, so we're not beating up women. I'll just give an example from my view to say what I've noticed.
So it's kind of like the generation that I call it generational habits. It repeats itself. I'm only doing what I know, what I've seen, what I've been exposed to, and this is how I'm going to respond with conflict. Or let's say if I have someone in my life that's dealing with mental health, and a lot of times people may not necessarily know how to be there for someone because it's like, man, well, what does it look like? What do I do? But the other question is, do men fear being judged, rejected, or even seen as weak when they express their emotions?
Facts. The first time we falling out, you throwing it in my face.
Yeah.
I'm not doing, man. I learned that lesson.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I caught myself. I caught myself pouring into this woman. Like,
yeah.
Backtrack, right? So it's nothing ill, no hard feelings today, right? I was with a woman for 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. We built businesses. We were together through ups and downs, through ugliness.
Yeah.
I caught myself pouring into this woman. Wrong. Moment they get mad, it's in your face.
Do you feel like you have missed some red flags earlier on in the relationship? Because it seems like she caught you by surprise when she did that.
Well, I'm gonna say that it's things we both did wrong, right?
Okay.
But it go back to that whole. I won't even do that. I'm not even gonna add that extra piece.
Okay.
It's gonna tie me. But yes.
Okay.
I miss red flags, red buses, red stop signs, red buildings. Baby, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Oh, outside of your mama, guess what? If your friends get down, you get down.
Yeah. So it's guilty by association, pretty much.
However the feds call it.
Yeah. So like you said earlier, your tribe is very important in how you dictate and how you move, how you see things, what you do.
Correct.
Yeah. So how does social media affect men's mental health and self-worth? When I think about this, I think about people comparing themselves, comparing their lives.
Well, so it's something that I'm big on, right? I'm hood at heart, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a project baby, you know? So it's certain things that get my attention, a tug in my heart because, you know, that's from the root. Yeah. Right now, you talking to somebody that got some college. I didn't finish, but we plan on finishing, you know. Okay. And getting back to social media, right? Social media paints this image that every man has this bag and getting all this money. And it's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
It's not real.
It's
everybody has problems.
It is fictional. I'm telling you right now.
Not real.
It is fictional.
Yeah.
Like I work 7 days a week and I still struggle sometimes.
Yeah.
It is fictional, right? Like, don't put that. Do not listen to me. Simplicity is best, man. Do not put all them pressures on yourself. Yeah. You know, live in your own realm. It's okay because you know we all want to take the picture and look good in the shirt and poke your chest out, man. But big thing for men and women, right, of today. Yeah. Know who you are when you put that device down.
Do you feel that men really care what people think about them?
Heck yeah.
How people perceive them, what they can provide, what they could do.
Man, so if you didn't care, right? Mm-hmm. We'd all be riding around in beaters. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Men like to drive fast cars and all that.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't even know what that is.
So when I say beaters, like we be riding around in vehicles with holes in them.
Okay.
And those are the men that don't care what you think.
Yeah.
And it's not to belittle those brothers, but you know, when you see somebody in a $100,000 truck, they care about their image. Yeah. 100%. You know, I mean, a car, you got the cars with the swingers on them, and they care about the image. You got a look, you got a standard to set.
Yeah, like a performance.
And it's okay.
I don't know, because I feel like, man, why do I have to perform? You know, why I can't be myself?
No.
Why do I have to wear masks?
So I'm not saying it's a mask.
Yeah.
I'm saying that that's who you are, but it's still a standard. So it's not to say that's a mask. You got some that probably are masks, but
right.
That's who this guy is. I'm a gym going to, iron pumping, diesel truck driving, good looking fella, white or black, whatever. You know, just, you know, and if you know. You could tell by the things that are said on the internet that everybody cares about what's said about them. You know, men or women, but men, you know, like we got pride, we got and what's the to kind of get off subject? What's the coldest thing is you go out and fight the world all day. You gotta go home and fight with this woman.
Yeah, so it should be obviously there should be some peace at home because there's a lot going on out there.
A lot of women don't really know what that means. They say the word, but they don't.
When you say that, what do you mean when you say that? A lot of women don't really know what that means.
You work 12 hours in the blistering heat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this phone keep going off. You work 12 hours in the blistering heat, right? And I don't want to argue with you.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Like, yeah, you know, I need to take trash out, kids beside or whatever case may be, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel, baby, big dog. I just put 12 hours in the heat in a Nomex.
I need some attention.
Bro, yeah. Like, I got off work, right? You know, I got grass to cut if I ain't got a lawn guy, right? I got to fix something around the crib. You know what I'm saying? That's without children. If you got kids, right? I might want to go in and pray and kiss on my kids, whatever. Like, then I get the wind down and you on my head about something that I commented on Facebook. Be for real, big dog. I just worked 12, 14 hour shift. You know, I had lunch in the lunchroom. Might have liked a little picture. You know, might not even know the woman. She might have been AI looking good. Just keep going. Nah, we got to have a whole dissertation in the middle of the night.
Dissertation,
you know, that thing looked good. Man, I'm human. We on social media. Come on, man. Let's be for real.
So it sounds like being secure within that person.
Whatever that is. But I'm just saying, like, or your homegirl screenshot or something because she felt like, wada, and then now you in your feelings because you let Miss No Man pump us up.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, nah, man. You just, bro, like, most people just don't know all the nagging, all that was driving, man.
Yeah.
Most men will do whatever you want them to do just by being a woman.
So they hold a lot of power.
Women have gotten away from, and I know we're on men's mental health, right? So I keep reverting that back, but I'm going to push the rug a little bit. Women have gotten away from that 90s vibe.
That soft girl era. Softness.
I don't know what that is, but I'm just saying, like, that 90s personality of a woman, 80s, them old women could talk you out of whatever you want.
Well, I'm
with
saying,
all their clothes on.
Soft girl era is basically like, I don't have to be so hard and aggressive or just, you know, I can be a woman. I can be the essence of a woman. I can say things, you know, in such a nice way where things will happen.
Is that something y'all turn on and off?
I mean, it really all depends.
Is that like the you know how you got cable? That must be the expanded channel. I gotta know what that is, big dog.
I mean, like, you know, usually sometimes women feel like they're pushing a corner to where they have to turn it off because, you know, they're not getting what they need. And which actually brings me to my next topic, which is need statement. It's like, I wonder what it would look like if men just over communicated what they need, you know, from family and friends.
You better not. Don't do it.
Why? What makes you feel that way?
Hey, say, look, I like you. We've been together 10 years. We got these kids, but I really want 2 women tonight.
Well, we're not talking about that.
No, you just asked me what I need.
So we're talking about the things that you feel that you're lacking, that you're not getting, whether it's I need my space, I want to feel appreciated, I want to feel heard, you know, those things.
You can't tell no woman you need space. You going on child support.
Okay, well, let me not say
put
so.
out. you try to go tell a black woman that I need some, hey, big dog, it's pressure in here. I need some space.
Let me not say space. Let me say I need time to myself because that's okay. No, that is okay.
What does that mean?
What that means, basically, it means that you don't have to always be together all the time. You can still, like, you know, have the things.
Guess what women say? You at work. Man, come on, man. Y'all not.
No, that's a difference.
I need some time to myself.
Well,
maybe like if I'm going hang with the fellas and shoot pool, but like
doing things that you enjoy, whether it's your hobbies, your interests, things that take your mind off of stress. Those things are important because you don't want to get lost in the relationship. They are important.
That's why men fish and do everything else to get away from the woman.
Well, that possibly too, and also to take their minds off of worry and stress and, you know, work and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
It's easier said than done, you know, when it comes to women, man. Yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
I mean, it depends on the type of women that you're talking about, though. Someone that is mature and secure within herself will understand that and respect that. So.
The subscriber you have reached. Nah, man. You know, so those women do exist. They are far. I'm talking about far and few.
In between. Well, see, this is why it's important to have a spirit of discernment. I know you don't like that word.
Bro, you about to make me change my position on this couch.
Face me.
You know what they do to me. You know what they do to me. A spirit of discernment. A spirit of discernment.
Who you heard say that?
bro, like, hey,
all my life.
I am fit to categorize women, bro. I am. Women, after a traumatic breakup or whatever, they all got discernment. Each one of them. Hey, big slip, you know, we just got it, so that's not a shot against you. What the discernment was? What the discernment was when you was with the man, where everything?
Nah, all of a sudden. Levels.
All right.
There's levels to it, you know?
All right, big dog, that's all we got. But not a discernment on.
Yeah.
You got the premium package. So, discernment ain't nothing but like the police for men. That's all it is. Come on, man. That's like that whole women's intuition.
I mean, sometimes it's on and sometimes it's
Why
not.
don't never pick winning lottery numbers?
I can't answer that.
Exactly.
Answer for that.
Jive, man. Come on, man. I can stand where we stand, but hey, when I hear discernment, boy, I'm talking about, hey.
Got chills. That's Holy Spirit. That's what that is. Come on, God. Come on, God.
I'm not even finna lie to the Lord like that because you know what I'm thinking. It ain't him.
It's not him.
It ain't him. We in Taurus season and I can't wait till it's over with. But
I got you.
But no, nah, I'm not letting you ride with that discernment thing.
We're gonna get more into it as the episodes continue. But okay. I just want to just kind of throw it out there.
Hey, so can I dig a little deep off subject?
Okay.
You know it's the and so let me put the disclaimer out. It's no shot against you fellas. I'm taking up for y'all because I love y'all. All right, now that I got that out of the way, right? You know it's the worst job to be as a man?
What you got?
A stepdaddy.
Whew. Yeah.
Oh, now you've got, because I know I get loud. So in case I get loud on y'all, I apologize. You've got 3% out of 97% of women that treat the stepdaddy how he's supposed to and the kids too. Man, that is the worst job you can fill out for. Yes.
It sounds like that does a lot on a person's mental health.
That overworked, underpaid, that dude really like your mama.
Yeah.
Because he about to put up with a whole bunch of stepdaddy. Hey, my kids don't need no daddy. I do. Well, the man's supposed to pay the bills as y'all labelers, so how does that work? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, stepkids?
Yeah.
Men? Mental health? Bro,
that should be a whole other like series that we can do.
I will pack it back up and unpack it whenever you ready, baby.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely.
But that should be in men's mental health because, baby, stepdaddy, shout out to all the stepfathers and all you do, and you don't never get awarded. Hey, man, this one for you. For real, because you ain't getting told thank you. Man, them kids not running up. Man, hey, man, my daddy didn't come back, man, but you came through. Say, man, you appreciate it. If nobody ever tell you, shout out to the stepfathers because they.
Yeah, for sure. So it brings us to my next question, which is, in what ways does provider culture impact men's emotionally and mentally?
Bro, like, have you seen the price of gas?
You know what? I don't look at gas prices no more.
You don't look at gas?
I don't. I just
How much money you got?
I mean...
Excuse me? Baby, I am poor.
You're not. No, you're not.
Well, you're right.
You're not poor.
But still, like, nah, but for real though, man, you don't look at gas.
I don't pay attention. I just go. Wherever's closest to me, I'm just being honest. I just go.
I'm just a girl.
Well, I mean, to be honest and quite frank, I never really had to budget. You know, we didn't have that. We just had it. And I thank God for that. We were in position, growing up.
Amen.
To have that. Yeah.
Guess what, baby? We did not have.
Yeah.
.com, .org, we didn't have.
Yeah.
Hey, if you would have Googled poor, matter of fact, it wasn't no Google. If you'd have looked in the Encyclopedia Poor, you'd have seen us waving. We didn't have, baby. So you say you're not checking, baby. We're checking for everything. Now, granted, I don't mind paying for things that are worth it.
Yeah.
But I'm very pocket conscious.
Yeah.
But
cost of living is high. The gas is high.
But you got to understand this, right? We have jobs still paying $8 an hour.
Really?
Yes. This is Louisiana, baby.
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of people, I don't know that there's any minimum wage workers, but you still got people making under $10 an hour. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Great people. Hardworking people.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, oh, man, these women pick your salad apart.
Yeah.
Man.
You're not doing enough. You're not providing. And
they ain't want to give you no holler.
Yeah.
But
So you think that a man's status quo, as far as what he brings in, that's how he's treated?
Most definitely. Now, don't get me wrong. You still get some spicy lip. When you got them pesos, they tend to turn that spicy down. Oh yeah, they handle you different, you know. Oh,
so you get handled differently.
Most definitely. It's like a real pretty woman.
Yeah.
Real pretty women get handled differently.
But do you think that men, you know, they value that to their own self-worth? Well, I don't have a big paying job or a big house, and you know, this is how they feel about themselves.
It's all to the individual. So if that individual was raised on love and loving themselves, then the money don't matter. But you got a lot of individuals that's raised on survival. So if you're raised on survival, right, then what you have is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, now every man's objective and a goal isn't to buy a home. You know, some dudes want a nice apartment. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Long as you can take care of you and yours and keep a roof over your head, man, I applaud you. But it's a lot of pressure in there.
Yeah. But when it comes to mental health, do you feel that men, you know, when it comes to just things that they want and let's say they necessarily can't get, when it comes to comparison and wanting, you know, things that maybe somebody else has, and then they have the negative thoughts or the intrusive thoughts and
nah, man, when you poor, you know you're poor.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was broke for a long time. So you get other fellas and you just kind of, you know, you kick the can stories, man. Men got to kick the can story. We'll sit around, you know, some guys maybe with a case of beer, go fishing, talk about the boat we like to have and the house and, you know, and you're okay with where you are, right? Yeah. You want better, but I never forget, right? I got a couple houses now. Life is good. Project Baby. $25 rent. No money saved, right?
Yeah.
You know, we had nothing starting out. We didn't have a car. I remember, and I'm going off on a point, but just to build my point. I remember every year we would get swindled for income tax. I'd tell my mama, stop buying cars. We would have a car for income tax. It'd be gone by the summer.
Because it was a lemon. It was a lemon?
Man, we bought some in the lemons. I should have sold lemonade. But going into the point now is like, I remember myself starting out, right? You name it, I've done it.
Yeah.
I dig ditches. Not official CNA work, but along those lines. They got a school called Robinswood School. It's no longer around. Done that type of work. Worked in nursing homes. You name it. Like, I've done what it takes to make $1, you know?
Yeah.
And the women overlooked you. You know? And so if you know me, I'll crack a joke. I'll do whatever, but I dislike posting my cars and I'm not posting my house. Okay. So people that really,
privacy,
people that really see everything that I really have going on, oh, they attracted. It's a different conversation.
Yeah,
you know. So I put out one personification, and I am this way.
Yeah,
you know, because it's kind of like a cover, but I don't want you to like me off of what I got going on.
The material things. I want to see what you really like. Look at my hoopty right here. Let me see how you gonna like me with my hoopty right here.
Just like me for my jokes.
Exactly, for who you are.
I got a big personality. Can you handle that? Yep. You know? And a lot of people say they can, and it's tough.
Yeah.
You know? It's tough when you got somebody with a big personality, big social media presence.
Yeah.
Presence.
You don't have to like shrink yourself down. That's the thing. You don't want to shrink yourself.
It's tough because a lot of women will be okay with it until they're not.
Yeah.
It's that the culture, that pressure is tough.
Yeah. But what do you say to people that are stuck? Meaning, you know, they in survival mode. Now they're on the come up, but mentally they still in survival mode.
I still battle it to this day.
Yeah.
Just, it's embedded in me so long to where it's like, I never forget, right? When the traumatic situation happened, right? It was to a point to where, like, man, we really all right.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Individuals stole some money from, and I got two mothers, right?
Yeah.
So my second mother, the whole onion started unveiling when some money was stolen from my deceased mother. I had some money at home and I couldn't give it to her, so that's why I kept it there. You know, so it wasn't even the money; it was the significance behind who the money was for.
Yeah, yeah.
Make a long story short, right? That money was missed, and I was able to put it back in no time. And I was like, we really all right.
Yeah.
Because it was such a hard sting, to say that, like, I work 7 days a week right now.
Yeah.
I grind till I find it. Because that I never forget looking in the icebox and not being able to eat what you want to. I never forget, like, man, the shoes being busted up at the bottom.
Yeah.
I never forget, like, man, I can't go. I ain't got no money.
Yeah.
That don't get away from me, like, so it's fuel, it's fuel. It's a different significance in my passion. Like for what I do a lot of stuff in the community. All that hits close to home.
Because I wonder what your life, and really any man that is kind of going through the same thing that you are going through, what your life would look like if we started to tell ourselves a different story.
Well, you do, but it's slow and incremental, right?
Yeah.
It goes to your. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. It goes to the people you're around. It goes to the women. So what happens is, right, as you evolve, right, you know it's at first, but it takes everybody else forever to realize you've evolved to this next level.
Yeah.
So that delay affects you.
Yeah.
You become better, but a lot of people stay stagnant mentally because once you've got to a point, that's kind of it. That's where I'm gonna live.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay to live how you choose to do so. As long as it's not negatively affecting nobody, I say go for it. But as far as, and when I say people you attract, not the people you date, but just the people you attract to be around you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all big because you used to be one way and now you're another, right? And a lot of times people can't tell the difference.
What would be like one advice that you would tell a man that is currently struggling? I mean, obviously I could tell him something because I am a licensed therapist, but from a man's perspective, I know it could hit a bit differently.
It depends on where he's at, his health, right? So if your health is bad, man, all you got is God, big dog.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you're so limited if your health is bad, they got support groups if you're on social media. Join in with people that'll support you, and you may be able to connect that way. But if that guy's healthy, man, we got our differences.
Yeah.
United States military. You need to go anywhere where you can work as a team.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that these fellas work as a team with other men, right?
Yeah.
There's so much, we're so disenfranchised because we work alone.
Right.
Starting out the day I started out, it's two totally different days.
Yeah.
I tip my hat to these guys. I don't know how they're coming out because this day is rougher. It's way different. You have more access to information and technology, but it is way more expensive. I would stay home with my parents if I could.
Yeah.
I would roommate what I could. I would live in the most inexpensive place. I would have the least jewelry. I would have the least clothes, the least shoes. I would minimalize. And trust me, them ladies are going to still like you. They're going to still come to your place. They still going to want to kick it.
Yeah.
Like I would minimalize till I get where I want to be, big dog. And I would strategize and use that consciously. I would really focus in. And I would reach out to other brothers that are on the level where I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
And kind of get
like
some
mentorship.
advice. Yeah. Because, it's big. And I'm going to tell brothers another thing. We be in these spaces where you don't want to feel like shit because you want to be part of talked about or groups. Yeah. Man, reach out to somebody that's out of town. That like that's big on social media. Like you could reach out to people that's not in your area that
don't really know you.
If they talking about you, don't matter. They in Brooklyn.
Right. I'm not going to really hear about it.
Yeah. No, I mean, but just like, it ain't going to never get back to you. Like people that could, like you be surprised people outside your area that build, they help me get my plane off the ground.
Yeah.
Like I have friends all over that I can reach out to.
Yeah.
So
that's really good stuff. And we are really out of time.
Okay.
But guys, make sure you subscribe and share. And don't forget, we do have a part 2 coming up, but make sure you subscribe and share. And if you really enjoyed the podcast, so make sure you look us up on YouTube as well. And did I mention we're also on TikTok? So remember, healing is a journey and growth is intentional. Until next time, give yourself grace and stay grounded in faith.
Peace.